that's all right. It's me and you. We got a special kind of friendship.
I am not your friend.
Sure you are. Fishing buddy?
Sure you are, fishing buddy. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. We watched the new episode of Widow's Bay today. Fuck, man.
This show is so good.
I cannot tell you how much I love this show so far. It's ridiculous. And today, or last night's episode, is a fucking Friday the 13th meets Halloween episode. With a boogeyman in it. It is fucking
He's creepy as fuck.
Awesome. He's absolutely he's a little bit like The Shape or Michael Myers, and he's a little bit like what's his name from Friday the 13th. This the killer in Friday.
Jason.
Yeah, Jason. And God damn it, man. They have he has his own mask. It's creepy as shit. It's crazy, dude. I don't know how to describe this other than just as soon as they solve one problem and think that they have figured out this curse on this island and that they've fixed it,
another one pops up.
I think it's a domino principle with these fucking curses. That curse goes away, and the minute it does, it unlocks the next one, and it unlocks the next one.
I think
predict that with this show.
No, I think it's just cursed, and what they fix is like under curses, but the main thing just remains, and it just manifests differently.
Different. You think that's what it is?
I love the ending. I love the ending when she refuses to lower the rifle. She's aiming at the fucking oven as he's being burned, and she's aiming at the ashes. It's so
okay.
funny.
I haven't seen the show. I just heard both of your theories, and each one is a sound theory. Now I'm curious to see which one is.
You should go watch it.
Well, I got to tell you,
I'm gonna wait till it's done.
Oh, and then binge it. I get it. I would. I like watching shows that way.
I don't. The thing is, I don't have enough free time to watch things regularly. So I watch things when I have the time, and then I do. I'm watching one show that I am liking a lot, but man, I don't have. I see 1 or 2 episodes per month.
What show?
The Chosen.
I don't know that one.
It's a recount of Jesus' ministry.
Oh no, it's a good show.
It's awesome.
I watched it. It's a good show. The Chosen. Look, I'm even enjoying the show King David, or whatever the name of that show is.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
But The Chosen is really fucking good. Because to me, the greatest New Testament Jesus film is the miniseries, Jesus of Nazareth.
Yep.
Which just blew me away at how good that was. And the acting in it, the writing. I mean, they took the Gospels and intermixed. It's mostly Matthew with a mixture of John. But it is really well done. And everybody that was casting it, all the way, the woman that plays his mother, Mary, Joseph,
Olivia Hussey.
Olivia Hussey is amazing. As I didn't think she could do anything better than what she did with playing Juliet in Romeo and Juliet by Franco Zeffirelli. But my God, her performance as Mary of Nazareth is really fucking good in that show. And to be honest with you, I don't even want to call it a miniseries because when I watch it in one sitting, the entire story, because it's that fucking good. And it was one of the top selling VHSs when it came out.
You know, in the same way that you see It's a Wonderful Life all years in the States.
Yeah.
We used to see to have Jesus of Nazareth every year on the Good Week.
On the Good Week. up to Easter. By the way, actually, it is blessed are the cheesemakers or other manufacturers of dairy products. Yeah. It's on the Beatitudes. I watched Life of Brian.
Okay, before I forget.
Oh man. But look,
oh my God.
I'm not what you would refer to as a very deeply religious person, but I'm deeply knowledgeable of it because I've struggled with my faith since I was a kid. And I think one of the best people that ever helped me with my faith was Mr. Cody, who just died. And that man has sat with me and listened to me and really, really listened to my struggle with believing. And because I'm a science guy. But then I reminded him that there is a place for us, people like me. We're referred to as Gnostics, people like me. And we have our own patron saint. Do you know who that is, Martin? Anima?
Oh.
Because I've told you, Anima, you actually should know who it is.
I forgot.
The patron saint for Gnostics or doubters or people who need to see to believe is Thomas.
Yes.
He gave us our own saint. Yep, the Apostle Thomas, doubting Thomas, because he wouldn't believe until he touched the wounds.
What is Penny's video?
I get that. It's somewhere. It's either in Maine or movies. I think it's movies. And as I recall, it was near the bottom, but they move them around, so I don't know.
It's definitely not here, apparently. Definitely, apparently. Okay.
Definitely, apparently.
Yeah.
Mostly,
I promise you, Penny, your video is going to happen today.
It's mostly all the time. Mostly.
Mostly.
Hold on a second. I'm rendering that video.
I found it.
Penny.
Sheldon.
Penny.
Sheldon.
Penny.
Sheldon.
Penny.
Sheldon.
There you go.
Holy shit.
What are you rendering, Gary?
The little clip from. Hold on.
Hey, John. Welcome.
Hi, John. Hi,
John
guys.
Extended.
Hold on.
John Extended unrated cut. It's just finishing on my TV. This movie's always on somewhere. God damn.
It's like
Okay.
Con Air
I hope you like it.
Oh my God. Like, is it like super long? Hey, just so you know, it's not the length, it's the girth that matters.
Yeah.
Hey, don't you fucking do that with me. Fuck you.
Here we go again.
I do what I want, Gary. You should have figured that out by now. You're not the boss of me. I am the boss here. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. Fuck off, you.
Oh my God. I have mercilessly mocked her today a lot. like right to her face, just mocking the shit out of her, doing my horrible imitation of her. I don't know why I'm that way.
Yeah.
But I fucking love doing that to her because it's fun. Because I know it annoys her.
If only I cared. No, I don't give a shit.
Only I cared. So, but anyway, somewhere in me is this deeply religious person because I'm devoutly Catholic. I love the Catholic Church. I love going to mass. All my heroes growing up were the priests that I knew. They were so protective of us kids. We didn't have that problem with our church.
Because
the worst priest Well, no, that led to a funny moment. Yeah, when I said, "So what are we ugly? Like, why weren't we molested?" So, but no, the priests there was so fucking good to us. They notoriously protected us from our bullies, which were the nuns.
The evil nuns, yeah.
To this day, like we were watching that movie, the other John Cusack movie, and when he's racing in the station wagon towards the nuns walking across the street, I went, "Hit him, get them all."
Oh, you mean Friday's movie?
Yeah.
Oh God,
that was so fucking funny to me. I'm serious. I fucking thought that was so funny.
I hated that movie.
She hated that movie, but yet there were still a couple of moments that you really liked in it. Like you really liked the young girl that ends up being his love interest in the show.
The French girl, yeah, she's cute, but the movie is bullshit.
Oh, it's the John Cusack movie.
It's a John.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, no, it's not. That's a Savage Tom Holland movie because that's the kind of movies he makes.
Of all John Cusack movies, he chose that shit for Friday.
Who uses that name? Who puts Savage as her first name? Oh my God. That should tell you anything and everything you need to know.
It's all about what's in the front, with the altar and everything. Here you go. This is for Anima.
Do you have a back door?
There you go.
Oh, you didn't clip the whole thing.
No, that's enough.
That's enough. That's enough. We don't need any more than that.
No, when she asked the second time, she's so desperate. That's way more fun than just the first one.
God damn.
I only got the one.
You really are into Schadenfreude. However it's said. I forgot.
What?
To rejoice. Gary, the German word for rejoicing in
Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude.
Yeah.
Really are
for
into
those of us in America, it's okay to avoid the E at the end.
No, it is not.
We're all in the same boat, fellas.
But our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
Yeah, I mean, his shenanigans are cruel and tragic.
Which makes them not shenanigans at all, really. Evil shenanigans.
I swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy that says shenanigans.
Hey, Farva, what's the name of that restaurant you like with all the goofy shit on the walls and the mozzarella sticks?
You mean shenanigans?
Oh.
You're talking about shenanigans, right?
I love that. Oh.
There, Snorty gets it.
Now, those two, by the way, are best friends in real life. They're all friends, but the two of them are best friends. And they got their own TV show going that lasted 3 seasons. And I wish it had survived longer because I thought it was funny. And it was about Tacoma Fire Department. It was called Tacoma FD, I think. And it was a fun show.
It was. I really liked it.
Okay, if Anima liked it,
fried French bread, John, like I know that's got to be a real thing because, oh, that sounds gross. Ew. I'll tell you, the only time I like French dressing, they call it Red Ranch. If you go to Arby's, if you go there and you ask for French dressing on your roast beef sandwich, they'll look at you like, what? And you have to go Red Ranch, and they go, oh, it's not Red Ranch. It's fucking, it's either French dressing or it's Catalina. Both of them are very much the same thing. And it's a red dressing that you normally put. I don't like them because they're overly sweet, but I got to tell you, when I just want a mild a mild roast beef sandwich and not have like barbecue sauce on it, I put they call it Red Ranch, and I'm telling you, it's a good sandwich.
Yeah, I prefer making my own dressings. I hate ready-made dressings. They're gross.
Yeah, you've already pissed and moaned at me about that yesterday. I'd like to go for another day without it. The mom from Better Off Dead, I can't look. She is. Anima hates her to begin with. She already hated her.
The actress.
She was in the movie with John Wayne called
She can't
True
act
Grit.
to save her fucking life. She's so bad. A plank of wood has more charm than her. I'm sorry.
I told you, she hates her.
Damn! Tell us how you really feel.
I know, right? She makes me laugh because she delivers the most fucked up shit on that table. Like, just like, what? I've taken up cooking. I found this one in this recipe. Well, it got really wet, and so the pages stuck together. So for the parts I couldn't figure out, I just made up my own ideas in there, my own creativity. She delivers this fucking thick, gelatinously green thing with raisins and just slowly lets it drip off the ladle onto the plate. Oh my God, that fucking makes me laugh. Does French dressing surrender to everybody? Yeah. So what is that? We used to have that joke, World War II joke that went, what's the first thing a French military soldier learns? How to raise his hands. But by the way, I've been worried, and I wrote Regis and Emmanuel to just make sure they're doing okay, because it's scary over there in France right now. It's bad. It is bad. Hey, Gambit.
There were some riots last week, right?
She's talking about Kim Darby. She hates Kim Darby. She loathes Kim Darby. Absolutely. And Slasher Fred's here too. What's up, buddy? Daphne Zuniga. Oh my, she's beautiful in this. Look, I'm going to tell you, I like this movie because it's reminiscent of moments that I think every young man in America experienced. And it's the same thing even for a little bit with the one we're going to do on Friday. And but during the movie, and we're talking, I pointed out that there's an actor in the movie that's actually in another film with the girl that plays the French girl in it. And that movie is called The Last American Virgin, which I consider the single best 80s movie about being young and the shit you go through. And it has the single most realistic ending of a teen film. That's a comedy, but it's a fucking rough ending. You know, you like this girl so much, and she wants to get away from this person that wasn't treating her right, and she starts like making out with you and acting like you're now an item. And you say, well, I'll see you at the party. You show up to the party, and she's there with that fucking guy again. And it echoes truth in that movie. Now, I've been trying to find a way to do that movie. I was bugging Brian for over.
What?
Yeah, Brian fucking talks about that production company. It's Golden Globus, Canon, you know, and he's doing all these movies. I said, when are you going to fucking do Last American Virgin, which is a remake of a film they made in Israel? And it's the Israeli one. I heard it's not very good, so I've never watched it. But the American one is fucking spot on.
I bet it wasn't called The Last American Virgin in there.
No, I forget what it's. I will look it up for Last American. 11 Alpha would probably know right off the top of his head. Last American Virgin was a remake of an Israeli film. And it was, you know, directed by Boaz Davidson, who's also from Israel. And so here it is. The Last American Virgin, 1982, is a shot-for-shot remake of the 1978 Israeli film Lemon Popsicle. What the fuck is that name? Or Eskimo Lemon.
I prefer Lemon Popsicle.
This is Boaz Davidson, who reteamed with producers Yoram Globus and Manim Golan of Canon Films to recreate the Israeli hit success. Apparently, I guess it was a hit there. Adaptation, well, the plot remained largely the same. The setting was updated from the 1950s Israel to 1980s suburban American Los Angeles. And the soundtrack was changed from the Israeli golden oldies to contemporary 80s new wave rock. Songs like from Journey, The Police, and REO Speedwagon. Reception, the remake grossed $5.8 million domestically and is often cited as one of the most interesting teen sex comedies of the 1980s due to its unique foreign perspective on American high school life, despite some tonal inconsistencies. And the tonal inconsistency is really with his friend, because the guy that's mistreating the girl is the main character's best friend. And there is where I think some of the tonal issues are, is with their dynamic in their relationship. What are we talking about? Yes, Daphne Zuniga. You're putting an extra G in there, buddy.
Yep.
I was simply hot. Yeah, she's gorgeous. Look, she's 4 years older than John Cusack. He's 19 years old. And she looks younger than him.
I just admire how confident he is. He's a teenager, but he knows he's a great actor already.
He has a lot of skill. Look, whether you like him or not, as an actor, he
plays the same character always.
No, he plays really. In the movie Fat Man and Little Boy. He plays probably one of the most tragic characters in history, and he did a good job in it. That's a good movie, and it's funny because it's either in this film or it's in the other film where you see him fucking with Paul Newman's face on a movie poster. And the big movie he would be remembered for most is the movie Fat Man and Little Boy with Paul Newman. And I thought that was kind of cool. But I also like that he's a serious martial artist. And I can't stand that he's a big socialist, Marxist, really. But I remember back when he kept his fucking mouth shut. It just did his job. But then he made a movie called The Martian. I think it was called The Martian, which is based off of David Gerrold's personal story. They changed a lot. It's like they were trying to be so progressive with it. And then they hid the fact that the main character is actually supposed to be gay with a gay partner, not a woman. Oh, Infatuation, great song. I love the soundtrack to this fucking movie. Also, another favorite actor of Anima's, Anthony Edwards, is in this.
It took me a while to recognize him, but it wasn't word that he said. Yeah, but it wasn't word that he said, and the way he moves his mouth, when I'm like, that's him.
Yeah. Also, he had hair.
Yeah, it
that's
always confuses me to see him with hair.
That's before Maverick killed him.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's right. He played Goose. Yep. You know, I used to make the joke back in the 80s when they would go, well, you know, the movie's gay. I said, well, yeah. I mean, his partner's name is Goose. Like, clearly he takes it. Like, the guy goes, what? Yeah, that's why you call him Goose. What? Yeah, he's called Goose because he takes it up the ass.
Oh my God.
And he goes,
Gary.
Really? And I'm like, no. I just don't give a shit what you're talking about, and I'm fucking with you.
On another note, we have another breach.
Uh-oh. Who did it?
Wade.
Oh, Wade did it.
Can you manage it, please?
Can I manage what?
The video.
The video.
For what?
Cough. Wait, you will have to... Dragon!
Do you have a back door?
There you go. I was just fucking with you.
Yes, I really appreciate when I'm busy as hell and you start doing that shit.
Yeah. Welcome to my life, Martin.
His hair was already... Of course, he was thinking after
favorite thing to do.
After he hits his head with the canopy, of course he loses the hair.
But yeah, look at Anthony Edwards with a full fucking head of hair. He did a movie, was it called Tag? Was that it? Where he's playing the assassin game in college and ends up getting in an actual espionage situation with spies and shit.
He was in Tag?
I'm trying to remember if that's the movie. Hold on, I'll just go look it up real quick.
Okay.
So John Cusack plays Walter Gibson, and he's here like every guy, and it's obvious that he is annoyed with, the Daphne Zuniga character, Allison. When they meet, she's annoyed with him and he's annoyed with her. But there's a clear attraction between the two of them because that's why she's annoyed with him.
They have great chemistry.
It's hard not to have chemistry with Daphne Zuniga, man. She's just so much talent on the screen. Like Bill Pullman has so much chemistry with her in Spaceballs. It's ridiculous. But let me go look this up real quick. 1980s previous films.
Read this, please.
86, I think. I think it was 86. Let me go back to 85. 80. No, it's called Gotcha, 1985.
Gotcha. It was him?
Yeah. That was him in that movie. It's good. I like that fucking movie. And the femme fatale in it, of course, is Linda Fiorentino, who screwed up her own career by being mentally ill. And it sucks. I feel bad for her because she's a very talented actress, fucking hot and beautiful. She's both hot and beautiful, depending on how she's playing the role. And in this movie, she's sort of the femme fatale in this assassin one. And it was a lot of fun. I went to see it in the theater and enjoyed the crap out of it. The reason I went to see it is we played that game in real life in high school called tag. And you went around with a rubber band gun. And it was a little wooden thing. Didn't look like a real gun. It was just a rubber band gun. And you were supposed to hit them with a rubber band. And you had to pick the right time. And they couldn't see it coming. If they see it coming, you're busted.
Gary,
read this message. Gary, I'm having a big stream Monday. Oh, that's good for you. Have you been having trouble peeing?
Oh, God.
Oh my God. Why?
By the way, do you recognize this teacher in this scene?
Recognize what?
The teacher in this scene.
Oh yeah. She's the professor, the main doctor from
Professor Taub. That's Vivica Lindfors. And she, of course, is from, I do believe, the Netherlands.
Oh.
I think she's either Swedish or from the Netherlands. But if you know your horror, she's in a couple of horror films. And one of them is Creepshow. She's Aunt Bedelia in I Want My Cake.
Aunt what?
I want my
No.
cake.
Aunt, the name of the character.
Oh, Aunt Bedelia.
My God, it sounds like when you're mocking someone, say "Bip-a-dap-a-doo."
But she's also in another favorite film of mine. She's the nurse from The Exorcist 3 that takes the bone cutter into the cop's house and goes to cut off his daughter's head at the table. And the way they filmed that, dude, is incredible. They cranked the camera up and moved very slowly. So it almost looks animated the way it goes, but it was for real. They were just moving really slowly and cranking the camera up and then played it back at normal speed. And it looks fucking crazy. Good movie. I love that movie, Exorcist 3. It's the only true sequel to the first film that stays with the story because it's written and directed by the guy who wrote it, William Peter Blatty. And I shocked Anima with that because I said, you know what else he was? He made his living writing comedy. That's all he wrote. He was known for writing comedies. And he writes The fucking Exorcist. But anyway, she's the crazy old lady that dresses as the nun in Exorcist 3. She's a very good actress, man. She's been around for a long time. She was also a gorgeous actress when she was young. Anyway, her name is Vivica Lindfors. She's also, by the way, the lady that brings what's his name into the story.
Stargate.
James Spader. Yeah, in Stargate.
Yes.
One who finds James Spader and brings him to the Stargate. And she's like, "You're the one that can figure this out." She's a very good actress. Very good actress. Been around for a long time, since the 40s. Also, that's Nicolette Sheridan that plays the sure thing in this. In fact, that's her name in the movie. She's
her first movie.
Goddamn, I wore a lot of rugby shirts. I fucking loved rugby shirts, man. I blame Tom Selleck for that.
Why?
Because Tom Selleck wore rugby shirts, and I really was like, "Oh, I fucking love that shirt." So I went and got. There she is. Look at her hair, even. Like, that's some gorgeous hair. Yeah, like I said, she was either Dutch or Swedish. I couldn't remember. Hey, what's up, Ronimus?
Hey, how are you, Knock?
Bye, man. Like, and fuck off and go have your day. Come back again. Yeah, Rob Reiner. This is your typical Rob Reiner kind of comedy. Yeah, he thought he was too young for it. The part.
Why though? He was 18 when they made this movie, and he's playing a teenager. It's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, what? Actually use a teenager to play a teenager? Get out of here. What's wrong with you? They need to be in their 30s. Yep, I know Vivica Lindfors, like I am also Swedish, is one of the rare Swedes working in Hollywood at the time. Yeah, she had a great career in Hollywood. She really did.
At last, I have the video for Gambit. It's, hey, Sweden.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Swedes. A Norwegian, Mac. Cusco. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that, John. You got fucked by spell check. They spelled it Cusco. So this scene is kind of just fucking ridiculous that he throws himself in the water. She just sort of looks like at him the way you would look at somebody who did that. It's like, you're an idiot. Just turns and starts swimming away from him. I don't know the full story of what happened, but it says on Wikipedia that Rob Reiner did not want to get him for the role. Yeah, because he thought he was too young. We need to do that movie. Gotcha. I really think that's a movie that you would enjoy. I think you would like that movie. And I'm talking to you, Martin, not
no. I saw it already, and if I can remember shit about a movie, it didn't make an impression on me.
Right, I'm the same. And he's giving me shit for not remembering stuff, but
no, there are good movies. That's not true. There are great movies you've watched you don't fucking remember that I got to show you scenes for you to remember it. Don't fucking muddy the water. So the origin of the film came from an experienced writer Stephen L. Bloom had while attending Brown University, a not very respected college, in my opinion. During this time, his best friend was attending Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia, and was constantly recounting the good times he was having, which Bloom felt was left out in his life there in Brown. Out of pity over his situation, his friend arranged for him to meet a sure thing over spring break. So Bloom found a ride through a ride board and drove to Atlanta with a number of other students. And that's it. No adventure, just that's what happened. Did he sleep with her? Probably. He probably went down and got laid. It fucking happens.
I don't think so.
I do. And I'm talking from experience. So when casting for the part of Walter Gibb, look, man, I don't want to fucking have to defend things. You guys say something, I'll defend it. So
No, but dude,
anyway, when casting for the part of Walter Gibson began, director Rob Reiner initially refused to meet with Cusack because the actor was underaged. Casting directors, and underaged means under 18, and he wasn't under 18 unless he started.
He was 18
before production, because he was 18 by the time they started shooting. He was 19 while shooting it. He turned 19, so he couldn't have been underage. But casting director Jane Jenkins and Janet Hershenson convinced Reiner to audition Cusack, after which Reiner knew he had to have him for the part. At the time, Anthony Edwards was seriously being considered for the lead, but after Cusack got the part, Edwards was offered the best friend role instead. You know, such is Anthony Edwards' life usually. At the time of the casting, Cusack was just 16 and had not yet graduated from high school. So producer Roger Birnbaum had to go to court to have him legally emancipated during the filming of the movie. Birnbaum then became Cusack's legal guardian. Well, how long before shooting did they fucking do this?
Yeah, that's weird.
Because he turned 19. Like, the math isn't mathing. So anyway, Reiner cast Daphne Zuniga in the role of Allison Bradbury. She commented in a 25 interview that he was inspired to cast her in the part because she reminded him of someone that he fell in love with and had a huge crush on in college. Robert Bauer played the same character, Moke, in 2 Reiner films, including This Is Spinal Tap. So there you have that little connection. Filming. Principal photography began in early March of 1984 in Stockton in Los Angeles. Okay. This is annoying me. John Cusack. There we go. Cusack. He was born in 66. So do the math. He would be
19 in 85.
Yeah, he would be 2 years younger than me. Keith's age. So they started shooting 84. I was 20. He would have been 18.
I was 2.
So their math isn't mathing in this. I'm just telling you guys, math doesn't lie.
Dude,
so
you were 10 times my age in 84.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Pedo alert! Pedo alert!
I was already going through my first divorce.
Yep.
In 84. And I went back to living a fucking normal life of a guy my age.
As you should at 20.
Hey, we have Diva in the house.
I was looked down upon by some of my friends because the minute we were fully over, it was decided we were done, I was immediately getting laid on a regular basis. Yeah, Keith was just a baby when I was 2. The grandkids just left. I hope you had a good day with them. I'm sure Rob Reiner said that.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure Rob Reiner said that in an interview later to make himself sound good. Yeah, because it's an absolute bullshit. His math isn't mathing. Imagine that, a leftist not understanding math. But he quickly changed his mind. And by the way, I still feel awful what was done to him because I loved Rob Reiner. And it's fucking horrible what happened to him and his wife. Murdered by their own son.
Yeah.
Butchered by their own son. Butchered. Let's be honest.
And he got off, didn't he?
No.
Okay.
He may end up institutionalized for a while, but he's going to be in prison for a while. But he quickly changed his mind after seeing him and thought he was great. Well, yeah, after he got forced into having their first meeting with the casting director, because she pushed for it, Jane Jenkins. It's like, yeah, he realized this is the guy I want. He has that fresh face. He has a face that you don't want to punch unless you're Martin Acosta Santana. I don't doubt that Cusack's character was a mirror image of Reiner, younger self. Yeah. Isn't that Chris Farley? No, he's not in this. But anyway, and I don't think he had anything to do with it, Bloom, because he was just stayed on as the writer for Reiner. Him and what is that guy's name? Jonathan Roberts, I think is his name. Jonathan Roberts was the co-writer on the screenplay, and they both stuck around to do rewrites. But Roberts was his on-set script doctor for fixing daily. I'm not going to say anything in argument of that. I clearly am. But I talked to Anna about that. I said, for some reason, once I hit 35, because I'm so juvenile with my humor, I'm very youthful, my behavior, the way I talk, that
childish,
younger women, I can be childish, but I'm not really very childish. No, because childish denotes bad behavior, like bad behavior. Childish means that you think wrong. I'm not like that. I'm usually pretty much ahead of the curve on things. And what I am is I'm playful. I'm very playful. I'm very teasy. I like teasing people, especially my friends. And absolutely relish fucking with people I care about.
Can you stop moving stuff around? It's really loud.
Oh, sorry. You know what?
It just sounded like you were.
I told you I can't do that. I told you I can't do that. I have no control over it. I have no control over it. I don't know why you keep telling me to stop doing it. Just tell me to check my mic settings, because I absolutely can't control when I fidget. It's like something I do subconsciously.
You need something noiseless to fidget with.
A plushie. You need to.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving that and going back to Invit, and now it should block it out. Nope, that's not him. What are we talking about? Wait, what?
I don't know. Oh,
yes,
Farley.
absolutely not Chris Farley. Yeah. It just, yeah. Like I said, the minute it was said, I was like, no, that's Chris Farley is not in this fucking movie. He was still in, like, I think he was in middle school or just starting high school when this movie was made. D-Bud Martin is in the house.
Yeah.
Nikki's house. Principal photography began in early March. Yeah, I've already talked about that. Like about 5 minutes ago. Is that when you said it? I'm like you, Gary. I cannot like a guy and still realize he makes amazing movies, and he's done some great roles. He has. Look, one of my favorite films with him is where he owns the record store. I just forgot the name of the film. They tried to do a remake and it tanked. Like, yeah, stick to the fucking book, because the movie stuck to the book. And they tried to remake it, and they made it about a girl. And they had to change so much of the dynamics. Like, girls don't do that like guys do. This is a guy thing. When a guy has been through a series of breakups and he hits a certain age, he begins to question, like, where did I screw up? Is there something wrong with me? Do I need to fix me? Do I need to go do something? Like, or is this just something that didn't work? Or is this them? But when you have like the repeat of so many them situations, you have to begin questioning, is it you? You know, and that's what that movie's really about. It's a guy going through this. And guys are the people that make playlists. It's a guy thing. It's a traditional thing with guys. We do playlists. And I'm not saying women don't do it, but it's not really known as a feminine trait. It's known as a masculine trait to do that. To create playlists for every special occasion. And that movie is about a guy because it's a book first. And then it became a movie. And John Cusack was great, but I'll tell you who's really good in it is Jack Black. Jack Black blew my mind in that fucking movie. What is that fucking movie called? I was sitting here talking about it. I can't remember the name of it.
Well,
he owns a record store and High Fidelity. Fuck, I love that movie. So, yeah, it's like he's just done some really good films. Due to the fact that the winter of '84 was uncharacteristically warm, the filmmakers struggled to locate a snowy setting on the East Coast for the sequences there. Yeah. By the way, does anybody else recognize a young actor in this movie that was also close friends with John Cusack because they went to acting school together?
Yeah,
as well as
from Shawshank.
Yeah, Tim Robbins. This is his. I do believe this is his first movie. Right before he did the movie with Kevin Costner, because Costner and he did the baseball movie, Bull Durham.
I imagine myself in that scenario with these two in that car, trapped with them, and that is an origin story of Martin becoming a serial killer.
Yeah. Because the way they bicker with each other, first of all, it's clear there's tension between them.
No. I hate the couple.
Oh, yeah, people like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I would have killed them with their own shoelaces.
All right, hold on. Do not travel with Martin Acosta Santana. Okay. Note taken. Not that I'm worried you do anything to me. I'd be worried I'd wake up and find somebody that you don't like that's with us dead. I don't know what happened. I've never seen anybody choke on their own shoelace in their throat in it. Like, why did he have it in his throat? I don't get it, Martin.
People are weird, man. People are weird.
Yeah. So I read that one. Let's get to this one. Embassy Films Associate originally planned to release The Sure Thing in December of '84. Coinciding with Christmas and holiday season, because it's kind of a Christmassy film. It takes place during Christmas break. Though this release date was ultimately pushed back. The film was given advanced sneak previews in the United States and Canada in February of '23. It's a good Valentine's Day film, too, before receiving a wide theatrical release on March 1st. They should have just released it on Valentine's Day. I think it would have done very well. And of course, look, we're talking about a film that was shot on a $4 million, $4.5 million, and ended up earning at the box office somewhere like 18 to 19 million. Absolutely, it was a hit. And this helped secure Rob Reiner as a film director, this movie. Fuck off. Really? Holy shit. He's older than me by 3 months. I never knew that. I always thought he was younger. He looked like a kid.
Dude, I was on Pop Culture Minefield.
Take that up
I wasn't on
Oh my God,
Facebook.
Get rid of it. Jesus. I did it. Oh my God.
What?
Ugh. I don't care what Gene Siskel said. It was like on the screen. So let's see.
Look at this. I need you to look at this. This sums your relationship with an shit again. Now I have to.
Oh, totally. Oh my God. You think that you've been in an argument with a woman? You think what's going to fix it? Fucking mixtape. That's what you fucking think. Guys can be so stupid. Now, I never did that. I never did.
Look at this.
But what
tell me if this doesn't represent you an anima.
when you show your wife a meme, but she doesn't have a 13-year-old boy's sense of humor. Oh, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
She doesn't. Now, I'm going to tell you, she does find a lot of the stuff that I show her. But I would say about 25 to 30% of the memes I show her, she's just she will make this noise.
Funny.
Hold on. I'm doing my impression of you. You can be quiet for a second. She'll go, are you ready? This is it. That's the noise she makes.
Noise of pain.
Which I gotta tell you is more funny to me when she does that, because that tickles me even more than she's annoyed or just hates it. And she'll never understand why that is. And the reason why is because I am still a 13-year-old boy in my fucking head, and we enjoy annoying females. It's one of our favorite things to do. 13-year-old boys. It's what we do. Oh my God. I was so annoying with my humor. And I was doing it all on purpose.
You still are.
Yeah, do it on purpose. I think it's fun. I get a kick out of it. They're appealing to a minimal degree.
You are going to get
it's
kicked
good,
once
not
I'm
as good as it should be. Sorry, got a phone as I chatted. No problem, buddy. Yeah, Tim Robbins.
Did you see what he wrote earlier, Gary?
No apostrophe. In fact, with Tim Robbins' name, if it requires an apostrophe, it goes after the S.
There,
Yes.
look at that.
By the way, when I was 20, my girlfriend was only 2. No, see, this is something that happens with guys.
Yeah,
And
you didn't drop the cradle.
I'm trying to think. I haven't had a girl my age or older since 1993. And every female that I have been with since that period has been younger than me and gradually getting even younger. Like, I don't get it, which led to me making that joke at, yeah, I love that ass shot. That's great. It led me to make that joke when I was hanging out with the guys at the farmhouse. And I yelled, hey, whoa, everybody stop. And everybody got quiet and they're looking like, what? I said, my last girlfriend was just born.
I never had a guy younger than me. Never.
No, I'm definitely probably the oldest.
Oh, you are.
And then she gets upset. Like when I mentioned the fact that, I probably only got about 20 years of life left in me. And she goes, you better live longer. And I'm like, what are you going to do? Kill me? And that's what the joke is now. She goes, if you die on me, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Rod Stewart's Infatuation was also used in this, Year of the Dragon. I like Cimino's filmmaking, except for, and I got to tell you, I don't dislike Gates of Heaven. I really don't. Or Heaven's Gate. It's a good movie. It is. It's a really historically accurate film.
Oh,
But
I thought you were talking
what
about the
he
cult.
did was sheer hubris, and he destroyed an entire studio doing it. And it killed his career for a bit. But then he started getting work again because he's a fucking good director. I think he's fucking crazy, but he's a good director. He's also full of shit because he directed that movie that we did, was it last week? And he said such and such, and we were watching the making of, and I went, no, that's not true. He's wrong. That information he just gave, he just flat out lied. All I can say is, where's follow up to The Thing? Wait, this movie? Which one are you talking about, Shanatsky?
It has to be this one because
for this to be an actual follow up to The Thing, we'd have to have a husky in it. Kill me, man who was killed. What are you gonna do? Kill me? I think my favorite moment in a film where somebody just doesn't give a shit is a scene with was it called Seven Psychos and or whatever it's called, and Christopher Walken, Seven Psychopaths, and Christopher Walken standing there, and the bad guy pulls out a shotgun on him. He says, "Get on the ground." He goes, "No." He goes, "No, no." And he goes, "Why not?" "I don't feel like it." "I've got a gun. I don't care." It's like, oh my God.
We should do that movie. That movie's great.
Look, when we do Christopher Walken Week, we're going to do that movie. We're definitely going to do Communion. And the other film I want to do is Pool Hall Junkies, because the speech that he gives in that film is one of the greatest movie speeches of all time. Do you know the movie and the speech I'm talking about, anybody? I bet you D-Bud knows. Bet you D-Bud knows. And by the way, hi, Vinkman's girl.
Hi, Vinkman's girl. I am adding Walken to next year, March.
And go ahead and make a note. Pool Hall Junkies and 7 Psychopaths. Even though he's not the star of the film, he also had a great scene in Pulp Fiction, talking about the watch.
Yeah.
The watch
Yeah.
up the ass.
What are the movies again?
You better keep this.
Pool
7
Hall
Psychopaths
Junkies
and what?
and 7 Psychopaths. Pool
first
Hall
one?
Junkies. Pool Hall Junkies.
How do you spell that?
Pool, P-O-O-L.
Oh, pool.
Hall,
Okay.
A-L-L. You can put them together. It can be a contraction. Pool Hall Junkies. Like
All right.
drug abusers,
In there.
junkies.
Say pool.
I
Yeah.
know how to annoy.
The only thing that confused me was
No.
pool.
A room full of females. I leave the room. This movie definitely solidified his career. Everyone was waiting to see what was going to happen after Spinal Tap. Yeah. Well, Spinal Tap was one of those iffy films. And this movie locked him in as a hit director. And he's proven it. He's made some great fucking movies. Well, Gene Siskel was certainly wrong about that. Yeah, I don't give a shit what he thinks about any movie. And
None
you know,
of us
while we're
care
bringing it up,
about critics.
yeah, I just even though I've been a critic, got paid to do it, but I told him I would have done it for free because I just love movies and I love talking about them, talking about what was great about them. And so when Paul hired me for the magazine to do these things, he said he never felt he'd made a mistake. And I always thanked him for that he believed in me as a critic. He didn't agree with me all the time. 2 films I absolutely, and I talked about one of them last week called The Last Supper, which I hated that fucking movie. And he asked me to watch the movie again. I said, it's not going to change my mind. I don't like the movie because I don't like the way it depicted a veteran. And they're intentionally making the veteran that way because that's what they think of veterans. And that's why it bugs me when I see that in a film. And then the other movie that I gave a bad review to was Escape from LA. And my other editor, he ended up going to another magazine and hiring me to do comics and do reviews there too, as the same name. So I became quasi, what do you call that? When you get published by multiple papers. I forget what that's called.
Yeah, I don't have any idea.
There's a name for it. All right, I'm trying to find something real quick. Oh, I didn't get one for this. So let me go get this. Because I know that it's over on the Rotten Tomatoes site. So let me go get that. Yep, there it is. Rotten Tomatoes. So, you know, what's important is I don't give a shit what the critics had to say. But I do find it interesting when
Audience
the
score is
critics'
important.
reviews is the same. And I find that very important. So I'm going to go ahead and share this real quick. Share screen. Bring this up to share. Pull the video. Oh, you're doing it. Okay, I'll leave it alone. So there you go. You look at this. 84% for critics, certified fresh, 79% for the audience, and that's a close score. And
is this the word you're looking for, Gary?
Yes, syndicated. I was a syndicated journalist.
Thank you.
And ended up at one point, my cartoon ended up being carried by 4 different magazines, and it was kind of like Wilder Palm sci-fi. It was Steve Johnson, and I came up with the story, gave the story to him. He wrote it as a script, and it was about some crazy shit where a guy wakes up in the middle of the street, almost hit by a car, and he keeps having recurring dreams of fighting a dragon in the knight's armor, and he thinks he's a knight, and he'll wake up fighting like he's fighting a knight, hitting something like a tree or a car, and come to find out is that at the end of the story, he's a synthetic with false memories, and sort of like been used in a Westworld kind of setting where it was knights and shit. And that's what those memories come from. And they're blending into the memories that they planted in him. And his job is to assassinate the leader of the synthetics, who is being called the synth Christ, the synthetic Christ. And Steve, when he read my story synopsis, he goes, for a guy who makes stupid jokes, you really come up with very complicated plot lines for stories. And I'm like, thank you, sir. Because I like good science fiction. And what's amazing when you find out at the end of this story, it's a comic strip, and nobody got to see the ending because I moved away and stopped doing the comic. And so they never got the ending to the story. But it was a fun story to tell while I had it. But at the end of the story, he's actually never been in the real world the whole time. He's been going through all of this shit in his head. And what they've been doing is running a program through him until he kills the character. They're trying to get him to kill this character. It's got echoes of the Manchurian Candidate in it, that they're in his brain, making him go through these loops until he does the right thing. And they're basically trying to find ways to guide him away from these things and do this. And what they end up fucking up is that he ends up with a psychiatrist who gives him a cue for when he needs to be woken up from a hypnotic trance. And one of the doctors in the room with him says the word, and he wakes up in the lab and kills them all and escapes. And that's the end of the story. What do you guys think? Pretty cool sci-fi story, huh?
Okay.
So the titties, it's similar that all the jokes is. Oh, on titties? Yeah, I agree, Shadansky.
Can we go back to the slideshow? Because we have like 50 minutes left.
Yeah, you guys can go anytime you want.
Oh my God, we are not.
This is a great scene with the pervert.
Oh.
Oh God, yeah.
And this guy's actually a really good character actor, by the way.
The pervert?
Mm-hmm.
I love when Cusack goes all psycho and crazy at him.
Yeah, he goes off in the car. And you know what? By the way, if you go see pictures of Daphne Zuniga today, she's still fucking gorgeous, man. The only reason I might watch Spaceballs 2, the what are they calling it? The something to get more cash?
No, the new one.
Yeah, the new one. They call it it's
called the new one.
2. Oh, the new one. I thought he was going for the cash grab. Is her. Because I really like her. She is a really good actress. She's a lot of fun. She's quirky. So I'm trying to find it.
I like that dynamic, like where they're bantering all the time and pretending they don't like each other, but you can tell they do. They just don't admit it. It's funny.
So the guy that plays the crazy trucker was one of the stars of Escape from Alcatraz, He is also a behind-the-scenes guy. He's a writer, as well as working in film, behind the camera. So he is the writer of Honey, I Blew Up the Kids. That truck driver, the guy driving the pickup truck, is the writer of Honey, I Blew Up the Kids. He played Weston, one of the main characters in Escape from Alcatraz. Dirty Dancing, he played Mo Pressman. Been around for a while, been in a lot of film, worked on a lot of films, and he died in 2014. His last movie was Adventures of Power. He plays the trench coat man. Trying to look, he did a lot of indie stuff. Oh my God. You remember in the 90s when they tried to bring back WKRP in Cincinnati and it flopped? What a terrible idea. He was on that one. He was, what do you call it? Script doctor on the movie A Shock to the System with Michael Caine. A quasi-thriller / horror film.
Nope.
And that's another one because that's the other girl, it girl from the 80s, is Elizabeth McGovern with the dark hair and blue eyes shit, just like the girl that plays the French girl in the Fridays movie. And I'll tell you what, man, he has had some amazing women that he played opposite in films. Like, I hate it. Okay, I admit it. I don't like him in the movie Serendipity, but I like the movie Serendipity. And it's because of the English chick that's in it. She's really good. And he just sort of is there. I felt like he was just phoning that character in. Yeah, I don't even want to get into that, Shinatsky. I'm so fucking annoyed.
Why?
Zack Snyder.
I don't get the source of your annoyment. The fuck.
You can't concentrate because
Don't
of your
poke the
fucking
bear.
wife. Yeah. Oh, he'll poke the bear. It's his nature. Sounds like Gary is skeet shooting. Pole.
What?
Go skid shooting. No, skid
I don't
surfing.
get that.
Skeet shooting.
Skid surfing.
I fucking love that song. And Val Kilmer. Fucking Val Kilmer, man. We lost our sensible critic a few years back. The only other critic that gets published here is Woke Joke. Yeah, there are very few critics that I still have respect for. I pointed one of them out to Anima the other day. I can see his face, Leonard Maltin, because I like Leonard Maltin. I've met him. He's a really good guy. He loves movies. And that's what I feel like you need. We have these people that are critics that don't know shit about what they're talking about. We have those, the fucking New York Times critic that just did the Rolling Stone thing where a bunch of critics got together. One of them has a fucking education in music. Not one. That has no history working in the music industry. Never played instruments. But they're somehow music critics. It's like, and the one guy lied. He says, "Oh, I'm a big Billy Joel fan." You're a fucking liar. That guy's a fucking liar. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, what people don't understand is you can have an opinion without knowing how to play an instrument, but you can't be a professional critic without the knowledge.
Yeah. That guy from New York Times, you know, one of the people he lists as a great songwriter is that Bunny dude or whatever his name is from the Super Bowl.
Oh God, Bad Bunny.
He's named him as one of the best current songwriters. And I'm like, that's one of those moments where you just want to grab a baseball bat and walk up behind him and play harp seal with him.
And I'm one of the most peaceful persons on this planet, but yeah, I get.
I seriously doubt that, but okay.
Right.
She's violent. She's violent as fuck.
No, I'm not.
Anyway, we lost. So Leonard Maltin, I'll tell you right now, Vinkman's Girl, if you've never read it, he's got some books out there. They are really, really Hollywood history books. And I love that about him, that he's passionate. about film and film history. And again, thank you for that, Snort. I couldn't think of that fucking word, syndication. Imagine what Snyder would be allowed to make if he only lost 10 million, tens of millions instead of hundreds. I can't stop laughing at those one-liners from Spinal Tap. Yeah, the scene for me that cinched that movie as a classic is when they do the design for Stonehenge and don't realize that they use the wrong symbol for feet. They use the inches instead of feet. So when they lower the Stonehenge onto the stage, it's like a miniature. It's like only about 4 feet tall. And they hire fucking dwarves to run around them on stage. It's so fucking funny. And this rock band's trying to be all serious and shit. But it's also good music. Like Living on a Sex Farm. What's that one? It goes Big Bottoms. You know, I love that song. Is More Cushion for the Pushing. Fuck, man. Funny music. That's the most even certified fresh I've ever seen. Yeah, because it's 79% with the audience. Now, I want to point out with the audience that is with over 200,000 votes, not 150 with the critics. It's over 200,000 people voting on that film that loved it. That says something. Oh, this is when he lies about his age and gives a fake ID. He calls him doctor. Okay, doctor, what would you like? I spent most of freshman year of college drunk and reciting Spinal Tap one-liners with my roommates. It's classic. I was in fake college in '82, which I wasn't a real student. I was just there. There she is, Nicolette Sheridan. She was another it girl from the '80s, but she never became a really big star. Yeah, right off the top here, I'm looking at some of the films. Like for John Cusack, 3 of them are up at the top known for. Grosse Pointe Blank is one of my favorite films. High Fidelity, I love. Say Anything is just fucking great. And then the films he did all the way up into the 90s were really good. I don't remember all that much later on that I liked. Because I don't really consider Con Air really a John Cusack film. That's a Nick Cage movie. But it's great that he's in here because he's the other main character. Cusack was in The Sure Thing, which made me a fan, Better Off Dead. And then he followed that one with One Crazy Summer with Bobcat Goldthwait and Demi Moore. He did a movie called Hot Pursuit, which was terrible. He did Tapeheads with Tim Robbins. A lot of people like that film. I didn't like it. 8 Men Out, I did like. It's a good baseball film, historical. Then he did Say Anything, which I thought was a wonderful film. And right after that, when he did Fat Man and Little Boy, which was a really good fucking movie about the building of the atomic bomb. And he's one of the people that died, his character. He did the movie Grifters. I hate the movie. I've seen it. It's like there are good things in it, but I don't consider it a very good film. He did True Colors, which Charlie, who's part of our, he's been my friend for 45 years. He's in that movie, True Colors. Charlie is. With John Cusack and what the fuck is his name? I gotta go look now. I forgot his fucking name. James Spader. It's a good film. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not a fan. Let's see. So he did True Colors. And this is when I felt like he was going too far away from what makes him work as an actor. Serendipity, 2001, he did that one. And I said High Fidelity. Being John Malkovich, which we're doing Saturday, I only like that film because Malkovich is in it. That movie was just too fucking weird for me past that. Pushing 10 was okay, not great. The Jack Bull, not a big fan. I prefer Steve McQueen's version. It's better. Thin Red Line is a garbage movie.
Yes, it is.
Great military action in it, directed by my boss. The rest of the movie is crap.
I am so glad we didn't do that.
Now, here's a movie I almost did. I almost picked this for Friday. Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Because that's a Clint Eastwood film. Clint Eastwood directed that film, and I really love that film. Kevin Spacey's in it. He's a guy that's going to be charged for the murder of a young man, and it's just a good movie.
I'll take almost any movie over the one you chose for Friday.
Yeah, Chicago Cab, Con Air, good movie. Grosse Point Blank, great fucking
movie.
We've already done it. We've already done it. Hated City Hall.
Was fun.
I really hated The Road to Wellville. And that's a movie with Anthony Hopkins in it. I just, like, that guy, the real guy, Kellogg, was a fucking psychopath. And his brother is the famous one for creating Kellogg cereal. I didn't like the movie Money for Nothing. I didn't like the movie Bob Roberts that he did with Tim Robbins. Map of the Human Heart, didn't like that movie. Liked the title, hated the movie. Good movie, The Player, good film. He plays himself in that because it's a movie about making movies. Roadside Prophets, didn't like it. Shadows and Fog, nifty idea, didn't like it. And like I said, the other film, Grifters, I did not like that movie. It was just too bleak, negative. There was nothing good that came from it. I spent most of the freshman year, my fake freshman year, I partied a lot. Well, that sounds very neat indeed. No, she's just, I don't know what it is. She aged gracefully. She really did. She looks her age. She's just good looking. Spaceballs 12. What the hell were we thinking? Zack Snyder is a cityist wannabe. Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that. Of course, Daphne joined Mel Brooks' film Spaceballs. Yeah, I brought that up, and she's the best part of it, in my opinion. Her and Rick Moranis. And one fucking joke absolutely sticks to me this day is them combing the desert. And then the two black soldiers have a pick combing the desert. They've got a giant pick combing the sand. I ain't found shit. Daphne was done dirty by being typecast as the kind of bitchy girl who sometimes is redeemed and sometimes not. She played it so many movies, but she still looks good. Yeah, look, she's a good actress, and she got stuck. And the rest of the cast, including Bill Pullman, John Hurt, John Candy, and Rick Moranis. Yeah, Rick Moranis delivers another line when he's talking to Bill Pullman's character and tells him, I'm like your father's brother's cousin's roommate, college roommate. What does that make us? Nothing. It's a fucking great joke. Makes us nothing, and then strikes him. Yeah, I was just quoting from Spinal Tap with the you can't fucking concentrate on your guitar playing. Hollywood is some, yeah. Also, don't forget the most famous quotable line from that is 11. Martin, Anima, do you know what that means when I say 11?
No.
There's a scene where Nigel is standing there and he's telling Rob Reiner, the director, he says, see, this is my amp, and it goes all the way to 11, not 10 like other amps. And he goes, why didn't you just make 10 louder? And he goes, you don't understand. It's 11. The logic of that character, Nigel's character, is fucking hilarious. Anima's violent streak is perfect. Gary lives for bondage. No bondage. It's all fucking hitting. It's all fucking hitting. And she hits so fucking softly I mean, she's hitting hard, but it's pretty soft.
I'm not hitting you. I'm schmacking you.
Yep. Trying to read critics these days are the same articles by game journals. Yeah, it's all the same shit. They all say the shit. You know, it's all about identity politics, and no, thank you. I'm immediately bored with them. They're one-trick ponies, man. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Their music is great. They literally make money touring as Spinal Tap. And they've always outlived their drummers. What my favorite one is one spontaneously combusted, one drummer just exploded behind the kit. And then another one choked on vomit, but it wasn't his vomit.
Ew. Just why?
They don't show you, they say it. And it's just fucking like knocked me out. That's so fucked up.
Stop it.
I am not a fan of 1408. Not a fan. I know a lot of people like it. I am not one of them, Ronimus. I apologize. I honestly wish we could have fit Grosse Point Blank in this week. We've already done it, John. We've already covered it. It's a great film. It's absolutely one of my favorite Hitman films. Right there in my top 10. It is a lot of fun. You know, he's trying to get out of killing. And I love it that his assistant, played by his sister, John Cusack, is totally terrified that he's going to kill her. That when he tells her to reach under the desk that he left something for her, she's terrified like it's a bomb.
I will never understand why you name your kids John and Joanne. Like, dude, there's so many names out there. Just don't.
And they have more. You have another sister who's an actress.
I know there's more, yeah.
What is her name?
She was in Grosse Point Blank too. She played the drunk in the bar.
Yep. Anne is the other sister, Anne Cusack. I looked it up real quick. She's actually also the prettiest sister. There she is. She's in From the Earth to the Moon. And she was really good in that. She played one of the wives of one of the astronauts. I can't remember which one. 16 Candles, equally bumping, man. I love Better Off Dead. I can't believe I didn't see it until the early 90s. I don't know how I missed it. Look, that movie is a guy film. Anima fucking was
I wish
watching.
I could.
Look, I'm going to tell you something. There's nothing more fun in this world to watch a movie you love with somebody who fucking doesn't laugh at a single joke and just sits there staring at it. And it's very disconcerting because I'm sitting there just laughing my ass off.
You just enjoy torturing me.
No, I don't. I want you to like these things with me. And it hurts a little bit. You know, it breaks my heart when you don't like something.
Better Off That was a complete miss. I even walked away a couple of times.
So
I didn't need to watch the whole thing.
But she did like one thing. You guys know what that is?
Ended.
No.
Yeah, that too. No, the French girl was cute. That was fun.
She liked that part of the. You liked that part of the story when they started having their relationship.
But that's not enough for a 2-hour.
They do a
movie.
weird. They do a weird montage in that film because it's not
80s.
your typical visual montage, but it is a montage, and the montage is played to "I'd Like to Get to Know You Better" by Howard. What is his name? Howard Jones. I love the song. "I Like to Get to Know You Well." And she's so cute in that film, the way she reacts to him. And to be honest with you, she makes a lot of the film enjoyable. And she, like when she says the line about the fat kid rubbing his balls on her all the time.
What?
With that French accent, it is so fucking funny when she says that to him.
I can't believe she doesn't really speak French. Because she's so good at faking it.
And by the way, the fat kid in that movie, D-Bud, that fat kid, that's Dan Schneider. He's the guy who got into hot water for behavior with some of the underage cast on Nickelodeon. he's mentioned heavily in that documentary about misconduct, including grape. Because a lot of people don't know that the kid from Josh and what was the show called? Something in Josh. Anyway, the brother in it, big hit star on Nickelodeon, made it big, millions of fans all over the world. He got raped while working on that show by one of the executives. It was either that or his agent. I can't remember. It's one of them. And he came out and opened up about it in that documentary. It's heart-wrenching watching that movie. Well, no, I don't know about Grosse Pointe Blank. Grosse Pointe Blank, what do you not know? That it's great? But this one, it happened in one night. No, I'm a big fan of that film. I actually, I wrote, as a nod to it, I wrote a short story, a true story. Absolutely 1000% true story. There's nothing in the script that didn't happen or wasn't said. And I've let people read it and they're like, that's fucked up and funny. And I'm like, yeah, and that really happened. And I really said that. And that person really did that. And they really said that. I had an amazing life, not because of who I am, but because of the amazing array of people I've met in my life. I've had an amazing cast of extras in my life that just made my life great. Some of it sucked, but some of it was just fantastic. And by the way, this scene where she's laying next to him, it is so obvious she's in love with him. And she's trying to be analytical.
That dialogue.
She's trying to be pragmatic. She's trying to be analytical, and it doesn't work. The heart does what the heart does. You know, here's the thing that sucks. You can't help who you fall in love with. And sometimes it's just not going to happen, and sometimes it's wrong. And you need to eat that sandwich by yourself. High school, yeah. That whole premise for that movie is fucking hilarious. And the whole popcorn thing made me laugh. Popcorn! That psycho played by Dan Aykroyd. You gonna join our guild? I'm not gonna join your fucking guild. I love the performance by Clark Gable and Claudette Colbert in that movie. It's a wonderful fucking movie. If you have not seen that movie, look it up right now. It happened one night. And that's what I named the short story that I wrote. Guess what, Gary? Breaking news. I'm seeing South Africa match in Atlanta in 3 weeks in person. Awesome, dude. Awesome, man.
Oh, I forgot that's going on. World Championship.
Yeah, this one goes to 11, John. I love that joke. But it goes to 11. Well, 10, you just make 10 louder. No, it's 11. He's so fixated on that number. And by the way, I've told people that the TV series, The Young Ones, was clearly inspired by Spinal Tap with that kind of humor. Oh, yes, I love the Ruth Eddings song, Button Up Your Overcoat. Classic tune, man. It's a classic. That's funny. That came up today because we were watching a trailer for this movie with John Malkovich and the actor I fucking love. I can't think of his fucking name now. He dances in every movie like Christopher Walken does. And they're assassins for the CIA going down to South America. And during their trip, that guy is told to kill John Malkovich's character, and he's not going to fucking do it. He goes, "Why don't you stick that up your flappy ass?" Sam Rockwell. He says, "Why don't you stick that up your flappy ass?" And Malkovich turns, he goes, "Who was that? Your mom?" Stick it up your flappy ass. Who was that? Your mom? That was fucking funny. Anyway, he says, "You don't know every country. You can't spell every country or something like that I've ever been in or killed somebody in." He goes, "Oh yeah, name a country you've killed somebody in that I can't spell." And he goes, "Czechoslovakia." Bullshit. You never killed anybody in Czechoslovakia. You only picked that one because you know I don't know how to spell it. That's great. I love fucking humor like that. And Czechoslovakia, well, the hardest thing about learning to spell that is understanding that there's no Q in it and there's a Z at the beginning. That makes no sense.
Yeah. It makes sense when you speak other languages than English. It absolutely does.
Right.
And why would there be a
English,
Q in
we
it?
look at that. We're English for the Czech, because like the English word Czech is with a Q. And so like the first time I was trying to spell it, I kept spelling
but that's
it
a
like
country, not a piece of paper.
English Czech, because that's what it sounds like when they say it. So I had trouble learning how to spell that word, but no, we had good teachers. I had really good teachers when I was at school. I saw Spinal Tap in concert in '92 when they released their Break Like the Wind. Oh my God, I love that title.
Sounds like fun.
I liked it when they did a folk band too, which they turned into a movie with Christopher Guest writing and directing it. And that was really good. And that movie has wind in it too, doesn't it? Christopher Guest movies. And not only is he a really comedic actor and a good actor, like most people don't realize that the guy that plays Nigel in Spinal Tap is the six-fingered man in Princess Bride. They can't connect that in their fucking heads. But he did A Mighty Wind in 2003. That was it, where he and the guys from Spinal Tap have a folk band. And it's really fucking good. I like Chris Guest's movies. They're weird, but they're good. They always have good characters. And it's because of Christopher Guest's movies that one actress got named the Queen of Indie Films. Does anybody know who that is in the chat?
Nope.
Oh my God.
Who was labeled the Queen of Indie Films?
The villain of Josie and the Pussycats.
You got it. And a good callback too, because you couldn't remember her name, but you remember what she was in. Her name is Parker fucking Posey. And yes,
Parker
her middle
Posey,
name is
yes.
Puckett. Yeah, Parker Posey is absolutely, in my opinion, the sexiest woman I've ever seen in film. She's not hot. She's cute, but her personality is so fucking quirky that you can't help but go, God damn, she's sexy. Because she's so full of vivacious energy. That's a word I like, vivacious. Go look that one up if you've never heard that one, honey, in English. I don't know. Have you heard vivacious before?
She was one of the very, very few things that I liked about the Lost in Space TV show remake. She was Dr. Smith.
Yeah, her as Dr. Smith. Because here's the thing, they weren't going to do it. Originally, they were going to leave him out and not even bother with the robot. They were going to go back to the first script, which had no robot and had no Dr. Smith. But somebody had a cool idea of going, well, why don't we introduce them in a different way? And I liked it. The robot is an alien, AI, and Dr. Smith is a psychopath who kills somebody or steals somebody's idea who she leaves to die instead of helping. And I got to be honest, except for the woke shit in the show, that was a damn good show. But it got stupid shit like no guns. Let me get this straight. You're going to go out into the frontier of space, going planet to planet, where you don't know what indigenous life is there. And you think it's wrong to have a weapon to defend yourself. You're an idiot and you're going to die. Worse than that, you're going to get other people killed. Sometimes you got to defend other people and yourself, your children, your friends. Man, I'll have to go back and listen to the show from then with GPD. This is what happens when you're late to the party. Better late than never. Well, that's what I've always said.
I put the link in chat to our show.
It's like when a friend of mine came out as gay in his 40s, even though we all knew he was gay. And I used that classic Robin Williams joke. I said, well, it's better to be latent than never. Better Off Dead is even great with the soundtrack. No, it's got an amazing soundtrack. Anima says, I hate this movie, but I love the soundtrack. Great fucking soundtrack. Howard Jones' song, look, man, I got to tell you, he came out of left field for me. I wasn't into keyboard new wave. I liked the new wave that was borderline punk, like the Police, Elvis Costello. You know, that's what I listened to predominantly. Then Peter Gabriel. And then Howard Jones popped up back in 83, I think it was 83 with his first single. And I'm like, who is this guy? I like the tonal vocals, the tone of his voice. It's got a nearly haunting tone to it. Okay, this is great. She's sitting with her fucking nerd boyfriend and does a Russian shotgun with her fucking beer. That's fucking great.
I couldn't believe she did that because when he tried to teach her, she failed. Like she took one sip and almost vomited. And then she's just
I will
chugging
tell
it
you,
with him.
I want to see you do that. I will fucking lose my shit.
Can't. I told you. I cannot do that.
Stop it. Yeah.
Stop.
I need to run a video.
By what name are you known? There are some who call me Tim.
Well,
that's not when he shows up that late, Martin.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to tell you, but them comparing that makes sense because it follows the same theme. It's got the same basic story. So yeah, absolutely compare it. This guy always plays a character that's annoying. He's the first lieutenant in Heartbreak Ridge that ends up backing and supporting Gunnery Sergeant Highway, played by Clint Eastwood. Man, I've been to so many parties like this. I hate them. So much fucking noise.
Yeah, I've been invited to a couple and I went, I think, twice and I didn't stay. I had a beer and then I left because I can't do that.
Oh, Head of the Class. That's right. Is that the same one that later they brought Scottish comedian? What's his name? He's got Parkinson's.
Don't know.
God damn it.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Billy Connolly. Was that the show Billy Connolly?
Oh shit, he has Parkinson?
What?
I do believe it's Parkinson's. That's why he started doing shows about death, because he was trying himself to accept and understand death. Let me go check what it is, because I can't remember what it is. Yeah, Parkinson's. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's. Let me look it up real quick. Because it seemed like it was in 2012 or 2013. Yeah, 2013, right there. And you can see it. It's having an impact on him. He's still funny, but his face is not animated anymore. It doesn't light up anymore because of the kind of palsy it causes in the face. So yeah, Billy Connolly, man. Yeah, he's diagnosed with Parkinson's a while ago, like over 10 years ago. Drake and Josh was the show. That was it. And it was the kid that played Drake that came out and said that he had been raped by someone working. Our discussion of Gross Point Blank. Oh, thank you for looking that up, honey. John Cusack's first on-screen theatrical film appearance were in minor roles. Yeah, Class 1983. I went to see that movie in the theater in Williamsburg. And it was good. It wasn't great. It was good. It's a worthwhile film. And John Hughes directorial debut film, 16 Candles, 84. Yep. I do not like what's her name that's in it, the redhead. I don't like her. I've never liked her as an actress.
How dare you not like a redhead?
And I didn't like the fact that her mother and agent forced them to change the ending of the movie. Was it 16 Candles? Or was it Pretty in Pink? Which one was it? Oh, no. 16 Candles was not changed. It was Pretty in Pink that she had changed. And the writer got to remake the film better a year later with a guy gender switching the roles. So Pretty in Pink had John Cryer in it. He was supposed to end up with her at the end of the film. And trying to see who wrote it. Was it Hughes? Did Hughes write that? Yeah, John Hughes was really pissed that they made him change that. So the next film he did fixed it by having the guy get the drummer girl, his best friend. And it's a good film. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I'm just going to have to look it up. Fuck it. Because I brought this up on different shows. We've talked about it before, and nobody ever remembers stuff I say. And I don't blame you. It's a lot of information. Like, what are you going to do with that?
Dude, I'm old. I don't remember what I had for breakfast.
Also, nobody listens to Gary, so.
That's not true. Some Kind of Wonderful. That's it. Some Kind of Wonderful is a really good film. You got Eric Stoltz, Mary Stuart Masterson, and Leah Thompson. And Leah Thompson is the girl he's pursuing, the beautiful girl. But in the end, after he takes her out, it's the girl that drove him there that chauffeured him there in the limousine. His best friend, played by Mary Stuart Masterson, is the one he's in love with. And it ended correctly with him kissing her at the end. And he goes, "You've been in front of me all this time." Great line. If you haven't watched the 3-part documentary about Schneider, you need to. Like, you say Schneider, and all I think of is the maintenance guy from One Day at a Time. I know a lot of Schneiders. Like, which Schneider?
It's a very common name.
Not really. Maybe there, not here.
Well, it's a name after a profession.
I think of
because
John
Schneider means
Schneider.
tailor, so yeah, it is common.
You got John Schneider from Dukes of Hazzard. You got Rob Schneider, the comedian actor from The Animal and all that shit, and all the Adam Sandler movies. And you've got Schneider, the character from that. And I don't know who you're talking about right now. Can you help me out here, John? Would Gary really be confused trying to read Hungarian spelling? Where's Polish?
Oh, Hungarian and Finnish have nothing in common with all the other European languages. They have more in common with Chinese than anything else.
Yeah, I bought How to Speak Polish book, but there was nothing printed in it. Class has Andrew McCarthy, Jacqueline Bisset, and Cliff Robertson, and then Rob Lowe. Yeah, and I think it's Andrew McCarthy is banging Jacqueline Bisset, who is Rob Lowe's mom. They have an affair, and it's funny. I thought it was hilarious. Dan Schneider. Oh yeah, the creep. Right. Okay. Thanks, buddy. Always put the first name in there with me, John, because I'll get confused. I will get confused because there's so many people. And with that one, it's really in Germany and Austria. Yeah, I can see Schneider being common, not here.
Well, like I said, it's a name after a profession, and they are always common.
Guys,
Virginia Madsen, she's beautiful. Boy, she posted something. I follow her on Facebook, and she was just laying there with her arms back, wearing a blouse. And then I realized the blouse is sewn in a certain way with very thin thread, and you can see her entire areola and nipple, and on both tits. And I'm like, holy shit! That's on Facebook. She's so funny. And I love that she posts a lot about her brother since he passed away last year. Last year, right?
I don't know.
Michael Madsen, a prolific bad guy actor, but he's really good at playing bad. And that's the thing I love about him. And in real life, he's like the sweetest guy, but he was a bear with her as a sister. He threatened so many fucking actors and directors and producers. You touch my sister, I'll fuck you up. That's love for a sister right there. Did you use my sister? Either you pick her for the role or you fucking leave her alone. He was a big brother to that woman. And she talked about it all the time, you know, how close they were. But yeah, he died just last year. He died last July. God damn, man. Good actor. We need to do, look, I need to do several films by Tarantino. And I definitely do want to talk about Hateful Eight because I loved that movie until the third act and the narration kicked in. And then I just wanted to, buy a plane ticket to wherever the fuck he lives and go there, ring his doorbell and fucking knock him unconscious and go, stop starting narration of the third act. Nobody does that. And it's fucked up.
Do you want me to list him for next year, March?
Sure. I like Tarantino's
We have
movies.
2 openings.
Especially
we have Warren Beatty and Christopher Walken.
Now, we have already done Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. We've already done it. But I love that movie. I think that's not only the best film he ever made, I think it's a really top-notch, great fantasy film about real life. But I love Virginia Madsen. I always have. She's one of those actresses who's actually a good actress, and she can be hot too. She loved playing sexy characters. And there's her brother on the set threatening to kill anybody who fucking gets turned on. If I see a boner, I'm going to kill you. I swear to God. Michael Madsen. Robin Wright, unsuccessful audition for the title role, though not getting the role. Director Rob Reiner was impressed. Yeah, she's a good actress. I wish she hadn't got that horrible stain in her life from marrying Sean Penn. Long dreamed of making Princess here.
There.
Hold on. Burlesque dancer Stephanie Blake's first role. Rob Reiner had originally hired her to play a stripper, but changed his mind, saying the film is for kids, for the teenage market. If you talk to Tarantino, you need to invite Tom. He has a shrine in his place for Tarantino. By the way, let me tell you.
Midnight Edge, Tom?
Do you know?
I wish he would still do shows with us.
Who did? Do you know who did the first interview with Tarantino? First ever. It was Josh Becker, and he was working for Film Threat magazine. This is how Chris Gore and I became friends, because of our mutual relationship with Josh. And we had some good Josh Becker stories. So Tarantino, good God, man, Tom has a shrine to him. I've had major complaints about him for a long time. Writes a solid first act, meanders all over the place in the second act, and then suddenly comes back in the third act, and has this penchant now for putting narration in the third act, which is really fucking weird.
That and his foot fetish. His fetish gives me
that too.
It's just.
But I got to be honest, I never really paid any attention to that. I'm focused on the performance and the dialogue, and he did that. He narrates the third act in Hateful Eight, and I sat there with my my DVD remote trying to turn off the fucking director commentary. I couldn't figure out why, and I thought it was a defective DVD. And then I realized, oh my God, no, it's in the fucking movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Who does that? It was so off-putting. And I thought, well, he's going to break it up into a mini series and put it on Netflix. So maybe he'll fix it. So I go to watch it. Nope. Still in there. It's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. It pulls you out of the fucking movie. Suddenly you're aware Quentin Tarantino's talking to you. Like, what the fuck were you thinking?
Oh, yeah, that's just weird.
When you do Tarantino, it'll be
next March. Yep.
Which one is going to be the sci-fi movie?
Oh, we have plenty of time to figure that out.
And
I wouldn't mind doing Pulp Fiction because I know it's a classic and I've never seen it. I've seen scenes, but never the whole movie.
I might end up doing something that he was involved with, that because Dusk to Dawn is most likely what we'll do for Saturday. It's not sci-fi, it's horror. It's got vampires in it.
Yeah.
I
think that was my first vampire movie ever. From Dusk to Dawn.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That, and the second was Interview with a Vampire.
Death Proof, but the problem is, like, can't do the Grindhouse film, the whole film, even though it's got sci-fi in it, because Quentin's not directly involved with the sci-fi. He's involved with the because Rodriguez did the sci-fi one. He did Death Proof, which is a good film. I like the short film as well as the movie itself. Kurt's great in it, and apparently that stuntman is directly connected to the stuntman in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That all of his movies, he has said, live in the same universe. And here's what I'm thinking about. Do we do Kill Bill Volume 1, Kill Bill Volume 2, or do we do Kill Bill The Whole Bloody Affair? Which I'm tempted to do that one instead.
I don't know.
I'm asking the audience. How about Pulp Fiction? Yeah, oh, absolutely. I like that movie.
I'm just telling you, if we do Kill Bill, there's a scene that I cannot watch, and that's when she's buried alive. I can't watch that. I will walk away. Well, yeah.
And my kitties turned 7 years old today.
Oh, they're so young.
I am back.
Amelia's 15.
Happy birthday to your kitties. That's awesome.
How many do you have?
Pulp Fiction, Tarantino. See, that's what I was thinking from Dusk Till Dawn. Now, if we do Pulp Fiction, it's probably going to be for Military Monday because of the watch. Because that scene with Christopher Walken was worth the price of admission, of him going in there, telling this little boy how his dad kept that watch stuffed up his ass while he was a POW in Vietnam, so they wouldn't take it from him. Carried this in his ass. And
how did he do that?
For 3 years.
3 years. I'll show you the scene. It's a great scene. Yeah. In fact, after the show, I'm going to show you 2 scenes. I want to show you, but mark this down, Anima. I'm going to show you the watch scene from Pulp Fiction. Write that down. And I'm going to show you the lion speech from Pool Hall Junkies. Because Christopher Walken, people do not love him enough. What a master fucking actor that guy is. And what I tell people is he can play cool, he can play calm, but nobody plays crazy like Christopher Walken. Nobody. Like, if you've never seen him in interviews, like when he did Conan O'Brien, look that up on YouTube. Christopher Walken on Conan O'Brien, back when he was doing The Late Show after David Letterman. He had him on there and him explaining how he keeps his hair that way. Is that every night before he goes to bed, he does a ritual pulling his hair inch by inch on his scalp and stimulating
that's
the
weird.
hair follicles. And I'm just sitting there going, like, I've never heard anybody say this. This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I actually started doing it. And I got to tell you, that shit feels good. Your scalp gets all tingly. Oh, man, it's great. Wait, what is it? What is it? Roger Moore, make a note of that. we should probably look into doing a Roger Moore week. There are so many Roger Moore movies I like. Shout at the Devil is Military Monday material. I fucking love that movie. It's got Lee Marvin and Roger Moore, two warriors from World War II. One who still loved guns and the other one who didn't. He hated handling guns after the military, Roger Moore. Let's see, The Whole Bloody Affair. All right, I think that's a good idea. So make a note of that one too, that when we do that, or just write it on there, write up Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair. With a colon.
Or Tarantino.
Yeah, it's Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair, which is basically both movies in one, which I think is a great idea. It's like a 3-hour movie.
I think the fight in the tea house is in color in this time.
Yes, it is. They switched it back to color, and they actually made some editorial changes in that fight too that are now, I consider, better, because they had to, because of the violence, they had to tone things down, and that's why it was in black and white, by the way, because of the blood. They wanted to give them an X rating for that shit.
Yeah, it only released in color in Japan.
Ronimus, I got to tell you, I'm not a fan of Tarantino's writing, or really his direction either. But I can't help but kind of love some of the shit he's done, and I love the fact that he's such a movie junkie. But what I don't like is when he takes from other things and he calls it homage, and it's not. It's theft. It's plagiarism, because he's stealing whole things. And an homage should be something that only a true cinephile might catch. You go, oh, wait a minute, I saw that. I get that. That's an homage to this other thing. Yeah, that's how an homage works. What he does is he takes things from other directors. I'm doing a gesture here for you guys. What am I doing? Crossed arm guns. He took so many things from The Killer. I think there's shit in there from Hard Boiled too. And he definitely stole from the movie The Killing by Stanley Kubrick. I mean, that's blatantly obvious with the plot.
Gary?
Yeah.
You have Rutger Hauer listed for January next year. And for his movies, you have The Osterman Weekend. Can I take this one out? I really don't need to do this one again. We did that.
Yeah.
And it's boring. Thank you.
We're not going to do it twice. You don't have to ask. Just do it.
Okay.
It's clearly it's because we hadn't done it yet, and I was trying to get it in there. Wait, what was this? He died in 2017. I have 2 cats. There you go, hon.
Oh,
2
tuxedo
cats. Brother and
cats.
sister, tuxedo cats.
We call them cow cats here. There are a lot of them in Split. Black and white cow
Well, that's
cats.
funny because I had a cat that looked like a cow. He even had the flap underneath, the pink flap underneath. And he had the patches of dark and white, black and white on him that looked like a cow. And do you know what I called him?
No.
Cow.
Moo.
Moo, of course.
And when I brought him home, he was still a kitten. And I brought him home to my cat, not Moondy. Moondy's the cat that died of feline leukemia.
Beaker?
No. Because Beaker was my first ginger cat. And then I had Moondy. And Moondy was a gorgeous cat. He was such a good cat. And then I got another ginger, and this was the one that lived with Tracy and me, and Tracy lied and said Zoe had asthma, and I had to get rid of the cat. And it was a lie. I found out later it was a fucking lie. Zoe doesn't have asthma. Never had it. Bo Beauregard. His name was Bo. And Bo was a full adult cat. And I was scared to death when I brought that kitten in the house. And I had nothing to be afraid of. That boy took care of that kitten, played with him. We'd clean him. We'd snuggle with him. It was fucking awesome. And we had rafters in the house. And I ended up putting a carpet board up to the rafters so they could climb the wall up to get into the rafters of the house, and they'd spend hours up there. I remember one night waking up, looking up, and both cats were asleep above me. Now I don't know why, that just made me feel good having my cats sleeping basically just a few feet from me. Have you all done Orson Welles week?
We have not. I can put him up for May though.
Yeah, because he's another May guy. And I talk about Orson Welles all the time. I gave you a dissertation the other night on a film they did called The Trial by Franz Kafka. And I love that movie. I saw that as a child on PBS. And I love the way he shot it. And it's worth watching just to see how he shot that movie. It's a dream movie. It's like a dream/nightmare film. And that's all it is. It doesn't feel like anything's real in it, except for the tension. Because you have a guy who's been accused of something, and you never find out what it is he's accused of. And he's on trial for his life. And then they blow him up in the end. They push him into a pit and throw dynamite down into the pit.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. Anthony Perkins plays the character on trial. Orson Welles plays one of the attorneys in it. He's not in it very much, but boy, when he's on screen, holy shit, he's so fucking good. Orson Welles was the shit. PCM gonna do Orson Welles when the Third Man is clearly on the list.
Dude,
we can even do that on a Military Monday, because the story is what happens after the war.
I promise, if we do that movie, I will go and take photos of filming locations here in Vienna. Not the tunnels, because fuck that, but everything that's above the ground, I can take some photos.
What you should do is do selfies, videos, and talk about the location and what the place is. That would be fucking awesome to have that on the show. We could pick a bunch of films that were shot in Austria and have you fucking do stuff like that. That would be kind of cool.
Well, if it's Vienna, I can do that. Austria is tiny, but still big when it comes to traveling around. But yeah, if it's in Vienna, I can totally do that.
Guess what? Tarantino flipped the lady the bird. The lady. What lady? Reminds me, I'm going to be 39 in October. Outstanding, dude. Remind us so we can wish you a happy birthday, bud. How about Music Week? Maybe movies like Tommy? How would I do that?
Music Week.
Because if we did, we could do Pink Floyd The Wall on a Monday for Military Monday, because there's a lot of military crap in that movie. Plus, the character suffers from loss of his father during the war. It's the same thing in Tommy, though, because Tommy's dad died in the war, but he didn't actually die. You find out later he was missing in action, and he comes back. And you get a quasi-happy ending with Tommy. Hey, man, I fucking love that album. Tommy, can you hear me? I fucking love that album. Pinball Wizard. Huge
Look
hit.
at that. Look at that.
Speaking of Moonraker, which was a film about people when they get mooned, people caning them.
Continue. Go on.
What's the name? Moonraker. Why not review every single Bond film if you're going to have a Roger Moore perspective?
No.
We did James Bond last year ad nauseam.
Not again. I won't be doing that again.
Were you not around, Gambit?
There's your answer, because Martin Bond doesn't like James Bond.
Well, we've done it, so.
It's kind of him in Hollywood. Although, semi-brilliant Tarantino. My problem is with Tarantino is I like so much from his film about killing Hitler, which was supposed to be a remake of a movie that came out in 71. He ended up making the single most original movie of his own, which technically isn't true, because the opening scene is actually a remake of a Spanish-Italian film that came out in the 60s. That whole scene with the Jews hiding in the floorboard and the guy coming in threatening to kill him and threatening people in the house not to lie to him. And by the way, that's the film that introduced most of us to Christoph Waltz. And that's why we have to do that film, because Christoph is fucking amazing in that movie.
Our national treasure. He and Schwarzenegger. We are so proud.
Like that guy fucking blows me away. How gifted he is as an actor. And when he does bingo, I laugh oh, that's a bingo. He gets so excited. But one of the dumb things in it is the whole swastika on the forehead to scalping. It's like, look, no, scalping doesn't necessarily mean you kill somebody. So I would say that the person you let live, you scalp. Carving a swastika in their forehead can be fixed later with plastic surgery.
Absolutely. And they could do that back in the 40s.
So I was just like, that was just a ridiculous plot device that I hated, the swastika. But Brad Pitt's fucking brilliant in it. I thought he was great. Now, I love his Georgia accent. He does a better Georgia accent than Val Kilmer did in Tombstone. Because Kilmer is doing your classic cartoon version of a Georgia accent, talking about this like a proper.
We are going to do Christoph Waltz Week in October.
When you do a Georgian accent, that proper Georgia accent, it's the exact same thing as doing posh English. When you do a posh English accent, hello, sir, I was coming around to see you, to say how things going. Correct, sir. You know, posh English, and then you turn right around and say, well, let me tell you, son, I'm from Georgia. In Georgia, that's how we talk. And that's a proper posh Georgian accent. And it tends to be exaggerated with characters like Foghorn Leghorn. Everybody, I say, boy. What exactly kind of bird are you? I'm a chicken hawk. A chicken hawk, you say? Well, then you're looking for a chicken. I'm not a chicken. Fucking giant rooster. I fucking love the Foghorn Leghorn cartoons. They're the best. Orson Welles would be a great one to do. Absolutely. Charlton Heston. God damn it. You cannot fathom how much I fucking love that man as an actor. And did we not do that movie?
Which one?
The Big Country.
Yes, we did.
Where he fights Gregory Peck. Did we do that movie?
Oh, yeah.
I think we did, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can't do it. Yeah, we got claims on that one. I remember I played too many clips. Ben-Hur, great fucking movie. A remake, by the way. Better than the original because it was a silent film and black and white. I tell people all the time, history is replete with doing remakes. It's not like something new. It's been around for a long fucking time, as long as there's been film. And later, a radio show, The Third Man. Look, I love The Third Man. That movie is so fucking... Joseph Cotton is so good in that role. And when he's going after Harry in the sewers, and he's chasing that shadow, I never knew this. That's not Orson Welles' shadow, because he's directing. He has a stand-in for all the shadow work, directing that guy he wanted to be back with the camera for the shadows. The shadows had to be shot a very specific way. He used the noir style of shooting in that film. And it's very surrealistic too in some scenes. And by the way, that's not a real sewer. That they go down into a real sewer, but once they're shooting in the sewer, that is not a real sewer because it was gross. If you look in the history book on that film, it was really gross. And they did not want to shoot down there. You should also discuss Citizen Kane. I wouldn't mind that. And when I start explaining things like Anima, I can already hear Anima going, oh, when she finds out what certain things mean in that film, because they're not what you think they are. And they were intentionally put in the film to piss a man off, a certain man. That man's name was Hearst. That movie was a stab at that man. And stabbed right in the heart. And what was at the heart? Rosebud. Because it doesn't mean what you think it means in the movie. I say for Heston, his sci-fi movies he did, that guy did some great sci-fi, dude. He really did. Like, he did the remake of I Am Legend, which is called, what was it called, man? He's the last man on Earth, or he thinks he is. he's fighting about these mutants that are vampires. And Omega Man. No, Omega Man. And no, I Am Legend was the book, and they did the first version of the book was called Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price. It was a good film, by the way. It is the single closest adaptation to the book, where he dies at the end realizing he's the monster. This is the new human. These things that he's been killing are the new humans. They've mutated and become this to survive. And he's the monster. He's the only one left. He's killing them. And I love that movie. Black and white, but it's still fucking good. And it was, I'm trying to remember who wrote that screenplay. Last Man on Earth, 1960, I think. 60 or 64? 64. All right.
By the way, just so you know, they did film in the canals for the Third Man. Just Orson Welles wouldn't go down there. So they used the double.
I knew there was something to do with it because it was gross.
But yeah, he was grossed out. He wouldn't go down there. But they did film down there, just not with him.
Okay, here we go. So Richard Matheson was directly involved with adapting the screenplay, which is why it's so close to his book, because he wrote the novel, I Am Legend. So Last Man on Earth is the closest adaptation to his book. And it is really good. I do like it. Vincent is very good in that role. But Omega Man is the superior film as a film. Not as an adaptation, but as a film. As a standalone film by itself is a really good film. And in that one, they find the cure. But he dies in the process, saving everybody. Which I think is great. It's the Christ allegory. You know, I say, yeah. So you've got Omega Man. We've already done Soylent Green, which is just a beautiful movie. That movie makes me cry every time I see it. Because when you see
Soylent Green is people.
Yeah, when you watch, you know, Edward G. Robinson dying at the end.
Oh, God, yeah.
It breaks the heart because he died right after the movie. So you're watching him die twice. You get to, it's almost like you got to see him die by doing that the way he did it.
Yeah.
What a beautiful actor. He deserved better than he got. It's sad that he had conflict with two actors. He did not get along with Humphrey Bogart and didn't get along with specifically James Cagney. Like punches, kind of not liking each other.
Damn.
Like Cagney, we wanted to kick his ass. Bogart didn't like him because he would do these upstage things, bugged him. But he knew he's a good actor. And so when they did the movie where they're stuck at the hotel, owned by the family of the guy he's there to see, because he died and he came back to visit the family because he was the lieutenant of the one she was married to. And of course, it's his woman in real life, Bacall. And the villain from It's a Wonderful Life is the father. And they're being held hostage in this hotel by Edward G. Robinson and his thugs. And it is a great fucking movie. It was done as a stage play, and John Huston made it into a movie. And I fucking love that movie. Key Largo. I fucking love Key Largo. Hey, see you later, D-Bud. Thanks for being here, buddy. We appreciate it, man. All right, I'm going to begin wrapping up here. Guy Hamilton, really good director, Bond veteran with 2 separate tasks, which was sound editor and first assistant director. Yeah, Hamilton was a smart dude. I'm going to tell you now. Anybody that worked with him was lucky to work with him. And those movies, Citizen Kane and Third Man, are very iconic with their lighting. Well, that is a thing with Orson Welles, man. He is the one who pretty much established pit shots. Most pit shots were used when a vehicle had to go over and they wanted to get a low shot of the wagon or a car. And that's normally only times you ever use it. He used pit shots for drama. And nothing makes you feel smaller and makes the characters in the movie look larger than being shot from a low angle, like you're a child looking up at them. And he did that with Citizen Kane. There's one office scene in particular that when he's storming through, it's incredible. The energy and the fear you feel, because you psychologically you feel like a child in a room with someone raging. Orson Welles is a fucking genius. He was a madman, but he was a genius. That one of my favorite stories with him is when he got Eartha Kitt to come over to Paris to be in one of his productions, and because he couldn't find work here in America, so he ended up over there, and he was doing a lot of stage work, and he got drunk with her at a restaurant and tried to French kiss her, and I'm not sure exactly what she bit, because the story goes that she bit him on the lip and wouldn't let him. He tried to kiss her. I think it was his tongue. I think that she bit his fucking tongue, and he never did it again. John Glenn and Guy Hamilton, yeah. Carol Reed, yeah. I could imagine. So, yeah, we're going to get going here, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's always fun. Middle of the fucking week, guys. The Sure Thing is just one of those films I love. I love the story. And it is a lot like It Happens One Night, where these two people that have separate lives come together and fall in love with each other. They're supposed to go to this place and go start their lives. And instead, during the trip, they start their life. And I think that's beautiful. And so I like that story here. And I think it's a little sappy, the ending, but I think it's a happy sappy, because, guys sometimes fucking get their heads out of their asses. And to find out at the end that he didn't do the sure thing and instead went for the girl, the one that he really was in love with. And I like that. It's a happy ending. It's a good movie. I like happy endings, not just at massage parlors.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Just for you.
And Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
We are going to have a Matt Damon week. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. And that video is going to get played a lot. Other clips from that movie are going to get played every time he says his name, Matt Damon. I own that movie, so I can do clips all I want. So, guys, we're going to get the hell out of here. I want to thank everybody. Snorty's first in the house, John Whitaker, Penny, Slasher Fred. And Penny, I'm glad you hang out, and I'm glad you got to have the kids today. So I know you love having those kids. I know they wear you out too, but I'm glad you get to hang out with them. Slasher Fred, always good to see you, my horror friend. Of course, my buddy Wade, Gaiman Wade. By the way, that reminds me.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. Joe, how's your mom?
Oh, she's doing fine, man. I just walked in the house. I just dropped her off over the Bloom where she lives, and she is full of mashed potatoes.
That's assisted living, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's she's got a 1-bedroom apartment with a living room, a full kitchen, and a nice full bathroom, man. And it's got it's got the shower for old people where you sit in there and all that good stuff,
That's basically how my grandma lived for her last 20 years.
Yeah.
Only she didn't have a full kitchen. She only had like 2 electric plates to cook.
Yeah,
stuff.
now we can, if it becomes a problem later on, because she's not cooking at all. They supply their food and everything. They have a nice dining hall and everything. But if she decides to cook and she ends up burning something, then we can have them turn the stove off, at our request.
Nice.
So, yeah, she's doing fine. She just woke up with pain in her leg. I mean, she has a hip repair. She's got a steel rod all the way down her.
Well, you have to worry about that because she has a blood clot problem. And
right.
She's already on a blood thinner. So when you feel a pain in your hip, that's not joint related, and in your thigh or in your calf, get to the doctor.
Exactly. And we were going to go to a regular physician, but he's out of town. It's summertime, so it was emergency room day.
That's why you went to the ER. And I told Anima, she's like, he expects to be there for so many hours. I said, Most visits to an ER can be anywhere from 6 to 10 hours.
I
And
never
amazing.
spent more than 2 in an
And
ER.
this place
It's
was busy
crazy.
today. They actually wheeled a guy in on a thumper that the emergency guys brought in. I mean, they were busy.
Wow.
They were real busy today. She got seen in the hallway, Gary. They brought the remote X-ray machine to her in the hallway to take her X-rays. That's how busy they were. So,
Bye, John.
take care, buddy.
Take care of those kitties, man. Good to see you, brother. Yeah,
But yeah,
we'll
I
be
just
talking about that movie on Friday.
And everything. So, yeah. Yep.
So, anyway, we did talk about the movie. We talked about some other movies too. 'Cause you know how I like to. Somebody will say something, I go off on a tangent, but those tangents are educational.
Yeah, they are.
You know, I come with a lot of information about movies, but you were right. I went and looked it up. It was him that had a problem with the sewers, Orson Welles, and
Yeah, I told you
so that was I just said you were right.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Why are you doubting that?
You don't
I am
have to.
living in the filming
I'm
location.
telling you.
I know things.
I'm telling you, you're right. And you go, well, that's what I told you. Like, no shit, Sherlock.
How dare you doubt me?
I didn't doubt you, but you made me go look it up. I'm like, oh, wow. Because I remember information, but you got to understand, I've read thousands of books and watched probably 1,000 documentaries on movies. And so I've just got all this information in there. So yeah, it's like, wow, did I get that info right? Look at that. All right,
He
man.
was being
So
a
I'm giving you
diva.
kudos. And you're like, that's what I told you. And it's like, Jesus Christ, watch out. You might get whiplash.
Don't
Jesus
feel
Christ.
bad, Gary. I get the same thing from Foxy a lot of the time.
How about you trust my
Uh,
information for a change? Jesus.
We have to thank Carol Reed because the third man for making John Glenn and Guy Hamilton for igniting their famous careers as two gigantic Bond directors. I get a feeling that he likes Guy Hamilton in particular and John Glenn, but mostly Guy Hamilton. Don't tell him I've said that, but I think that Gambit really likes Guy Hamilton.
Oh man.
Anyway, no, you didn't know you arrived yet. Hey there, Joey boy. It was fun. We talked about a lot of stuff in this and talked about some of the things we're going to do coming into the new year because I kind of like what we're doing, but we should do some stuff. Like in October, we're going to do a week not about movies. We're going to do horror films in October. And I don't know if we're going to do it every day, but we might do them like every either Friday or Saturday for horror. Saturday, I think, is better for horror, like sci-fi. Sci-fi and horror belong on Saturday.
Yeah.
If you were like me and grew up in the 70s and especially even to the 80s, Saturday was sci-fi horror on your local stations.
Yeah, especially the late night shows, right, Gary? Like Dr. Demento and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm looking at our planned
When I-
October, and there isn't much horror on there.
Yeah, we got to go in there. We got to dig in there. We're going to have to pull somebody out and throw them into another year. So here's what we're going to do. We're probably going to do a horror film every Saturday. So we'll only do 3 films dedicated to an actor, unless they're in a horror film. And then Saturday's going to be our horror thing. And then for the full week of Halloween, it's going to be all horror films. Great sci-fi and great sci-fi horror or horror. And we have not done Alien, have we? Have we done Alien or Aliens?
Nope.
Martin?
Oh,
I don't think we've
No,
done
I
either.
don't think we have.
I think we
my
need to do those
Aliens,
because
I love that
one, I love the fucking cat, Jones. Jones the cat is so fucking awesome in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
And because if without Jones, Brett wouldn't have gotten killed.
one. Yes.
Without
Look who's
Jones,
here.
Sigourney Weaver probably would have died.
Yes.
She would have just gone into the shuttle or not gotten to the shuttle because the alien was sitting there camping. But she had to go back and find Jones. She comes back and then he disappears and she goes in and doesn't know that he went into the shuttle.
Cats
he's
make
now
everything better.
He's wound up into the pipes at the center of the shuttle. And when he comes undone out of that fucking thing, I shit you not, that was the biggest jump scare of my fucking life.
Yeah.
When that hand pops out. And I'm like, oh my God, he's in the shuttle with her. She's fucked.
Not so fast, my friend.
I particularly like Guy Hamilton. Undeniably true. No fucking shit, Gambit.
Tell, Gambit. We couldn't tell.
All right, let's get out of here.
Well, I've still got to finish because you guys, cut in while I was doing the thank yous. So I was at Wade, Joe, Ronimus, D. Bud Martin, Shanatsky, and of course our good friend Vinkman's girl, and Tim. So that's it, guys. We're gonna get out of here. Thanks for hanging out with us, and thanks for starting all these great conversations about movies. I like that. I like talking about movies. So that's it, guys. We'll see you next time. Yeah, it's hard to see. Only people who really pay attention notice my love for movies. Cats are cute and cuddly. Cats are oh so sweet. Cats like to clean themselves, and so they're very neat. I wrote that in 3rd grade, my finest poem. Alpha,
Aww, that's cute.
You motherfucker. You wait to the last second to show up. You bastard.
He did errands. He was busy. Come on. Cut him some slack.
Alpha, I had a couple of points in the show. I said, I wish Alpha was here. He'd know the answer to the thing I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, he really needs you.
I really like it when you're in the chat because you know already almost automatically sometimes what I'm talking about. And I like that. But anyway, you guys take it easy. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you later. Now, bye.
Bye.
This episode was brought to you by Moonraker Cream. Hey, if you accidentally rake your ass with some rough toilet paper, use Moonraker Lotion. Calms that burning pain down.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Matt Damon.